actually. Finishes hides the problem, but finishes does not solve the
The
problem.
problem. Okay.
So in most cases, clients, they are more particulate about the facade as in how the building get for end up.
Yeah, the outside.
Yes, I know most clients and nine didn't care about. So that's why even in Sierra Leone, because I am mid on base, even in Sierra Leone, like where somebody asks you for do a drawing, they are only particulate about the architectural drawing. But there is more to drawings than the architectural drawing. Because you get the structural drawing, you get MEP plans. I mean, you get different drawings that will make up the construction drawing as a whole. So provided if you're only particulate about just the architectural point of view of the building, then it can raise up numerous concerns. And because at the end of the day, you're going to end up for go hire somebody who is not a professional, and that person they go just want to give it to you and see. If you are normal, like for example, you get picking house, then you don't tell and see, you don't beat until for one particular problem. The beginner no now say, okay, my mama, you just one number for me, they see me number all book at 8 o'clock. When say 8 o'clock, which that's the number you see.
We've all been there.
Thank you. So you don't see. So
When
basically,
8 o'clock reach, you don't all book, you don't sit down.
even if he's not studying, so that's at the same time like a building back. Okay. So if you're the client, you only particulate about waiting about the end product, you not particulate about the structural input and also all other stuff that really behind. At the end of the day, like you get the building able for withstand like as in a lifespan and so you get
And well, I think me on side I got leg for throw light to the industry.
Okay.
Why? The manufacturing industry. Why? Because if you look now this country, 90% of the products and where they can at this country, they are not in good quality.
Substandard.
And we not get people where they do quality check. We not get people where they do background check for the materials there. That's one. So just imagine if we don't design and we don't give specifications them, say we need 16 millimeter bars, right? For primary and reinforced structures them. We don't put all the specifications in together. And then we go for buy materials. Now you did notice say people in the sell with materials and now when are less quality, they are not even 16 millimeters.
We're not rich.
But then they insist say this is 16 millimeter. But then the iron rod we will go get, it's 12 millimeter bars. What do you think?
Calculation don't go off.
Thank you. So it don't subtract. So anyhow you look at, and one thing I could tell you now that when you don't calculate load, you don't calculate waiting get for towards that load. If a day below, trust me, at the point in time you know they see the fault. But in the long run, it begin tell upon the building. Small. And the second thing is, it's simple. It just about like now you see the wall high there. Everybody, we were the salon now. We used to the environment, not so. We used to the climate, we used to everything. We will live now conducively. If you come now, you go to Russia, it's like cool, snow the blow, then it take you time for you get adapt to them. But at the first point, you begin feel uncomfortable, right? This is something, and this is something in the architecture aspect. We need for study first the environment. We need for understand the climate, and know it with the design for the climate. Imagine, go design a space or a building wherein, say we get heavy rain of 8 months now this country, rain, they come constantly 8 months. And you go design something where not able to adapt to that 8 months rain day.
And that means it's a recipe for disaster.
Thank you. So if you just look at this parliament building no more. You see how many years it don't steam up for, For a very long time.
Yeah,
they've
strong.
Never repaired it, but it's still standing. Because them build land for the climate.
Speaking of the rain, because I know the primary discussion point today also. I want to understand some of them problem here. The rain now, it's just they expose the problem. Is it the root cause of the problems, or is it just exposing the problem?
Well, I think the rain is more like a whistleblower to the problem. Like the problem it already did it from the onset. So there is something that we call dampness in the building. I don't know if you ever had in a building where somebody they say, hey, this wall they suck water, or you don't see.
They begin pull mold stuff.
Find them mold, that black stuff, or green algae stuff there. So now there is something that we call DPC, a damp proof cause. It's something where it's like a plastic. Well, it's not like it's a plastic.
A polythene.
Yeah. So you dey put them like specific layer. Some man can put them before the plinth, some man can put after plinth, but it's up to how the design don't go. So you don't put on a specific layer, it is stop the rise of that water.
Water.
Yes. Because water from the soil up it
go
rise
up,
up
yeah, they rise up.
vertically because we got something called capillary. Water they come up it can so they come up. So in many buildings people can actually oversight the use of DPC. It's damp-proof course. So now where rain don't come, I think that you will see now you always suck water whatsoever. So can you say that now the rain ain't cause them?
Well, actually,
Well,
now
like,
you,
so
now you
yeah,
cause
fine. So the rain is more like a whistleblower. So the rain like now not just can't expose no more problem, which means the problem was there from the onset. So as my brother be say earlier, now make a very good for hire professionals. Because let's say now, for example, if you're working with scarf properties, now we know now say at this specific point here, we need for puts with damp-proof cause for stop any water with the rise come up the building. Then we go put on there and you don't go expect any dampness whatsoever. Just this are just for two lights on this dampness. So dampness are something we very, very crucial problem for taking into key consideration. And something where they cause so many health concerns. I mean there are studies where they show say them that mold where they come off from the wall, it gets some psychological effect where they get because there are some spores the way they come out from the molds and this. So when you inhale them, you get some kind of psychological
the
effect.
bloodstream and
Thank you.
whatnot. Yeah.
So I think say we need people really in for key consideration when it comes to dampness. So we really need to adopt the use of DPCs and how we homes.
Okay, since I'm part of the technical team, NACAF Properties, and I think with a very good experience, I just want to highlight two things. We're key and critical in terms of, this dampness or whatsoever. One thing I go tell you saying a major factors and way they affect back building in a salon, a flood. And you know why? You know it's not the reason why they cause flood? Because we don't concrete all parts in this country. You don't notice that people away the belows. They have no landscape design. Then they build the house, then concrete them all. And now tell me, if you don't concrete every side, if a rain come, how you expect this water for seep go down the earth? Nowhere. Then they find the drainage system for them and allow one lay a can at the street. Imagine with then tiny drainage system they will get. What do you think they cause heavy flood? So when this flooding happen, it cascades per building there. It begin even not from even the foundation. Now like the flesh bang it begin climper. You find out say the flood in the can of the street, they even claim it go inside people like us, and they need to know say a disaster will happen. Even if you get damp proof now, just imagine. Now not from the foundation again.
It is not the water
inside the building, now it don't come from the main point and they begin to go up. And the second thing now, from the architectural aspect, now the fact that when you know hire a good architect, it's a big disaster and a big problem. How? Say too much heat, they make you sweat, not so, and the same how building did. Just imagine if we get a whole space enclosed, we need to get proper ventilation. What's going to happen? It causes heat, not so, and when that space stays sweat, it affects the wall. It affects the wall, it begins suck them small, until it begins show that crack. And then they get that small, then they begin cause that damp. Not to say flood they make that heat. So if you not get architect to the design for you well, for give you proper ventilation system and how then circulation system they work within the building, trust me, you could just decide a solid box wherein full of heat and not get any proper movement. So it's clear, it's simple.
And I think back when you talk something about this drainage. So this now something back over pay key consideration into more over in Sierra Leone. So we provide space for do renovations. You see some of them drainage there we don't construct. Some of them drainage and drainage we done this since the colonial days. And during the end, I mean like what not be the population of Freetown? I mean give or take we're way less than 5 million.
Yeah.
And now the population of Freetown is up to 6-7 million. And you don't go expect that kind of population, everybody with the trade or in our streets or whatsoever, you expect then drainage and they still back for support way.